President Uhuru Kenyatta jets back to the country tonight after a week-long trip to Malta, France and South Africa. Trips that are now causing ripples among Kenyans, considering the cost of presidential official trips. In the 2.5 years Kenyatta has been the president, he has made 43 trips abroad. Quite a contrast with his predecessor Mwai Kibaki, who only made 33 trips abroad in his entire presidency of 10 years. Although President Kibaki commenced his presidency with health problems and therefore could not travel much. What is now causing concern is the fact that the president travels with a huge delegation whose travel and accommodation is fully paid for by the taxpayer. In his recent trip to France, President Kenyatta was accompanied by a delegation of 43 officers, while his Tanzanian colleague John Magufuli only sent 4 officers. Expenditure incurred in such trips has become a concern for the government, so much so that President Kenyatta opted to cancel his trip to Nigeria during the swearing-in of President Buhari due to a bloated delegation that was to accompany him. Government officials argue that such foreign trips are critical for the president if he is to attract the attention of the world for development purposes. In the last financial year, President Kenyatta's trip budget exceeded the designated figure by close to 1 billion shillings. Having spent 2.1 billion shillings as opposed to 1.2 billion shillings ceiling set by the Control of Budget for Presidential Trips, which includes that of the Deputy President. The opposition claims that the president has become more of a tourist, spending too much in trips at a time when the country is facing a cash crunch and inflation. Concerns have also been raised by other Kenyans who have taken to the social media to express their displeasure. And these are some of their tweets. Boni Mtetezi says, from Paris straight to South Africa, is Uhuru Kenya CEO or #1 tourist? Tajudin Abbas says Mzee Kibaki made 33 foreign trips while Uhuru has made 43 trips, so far spending around 15 billion. Is there a need to have ambassadors anymore? It may appear calm in the country's capital, Nairobi, on the day President Uhuru Kenyatta is expected back from South Africa. But many questions await him as he plans to explain to the country tomorrow whether his many expensive trips abroad have any value for Kenyans. Kendagor, Obadia, Citizen Weekend, Nairobi.